Now, WBOC News at 6, Delmarva's news leader.
First round one, now round two. Dirty water from Pennsylvania once again threatening the ecosystem of the Chesapeake Bay here on Delmarva.
The upper bay is in bad shape to begin with these 2 doses we're taking. It's going to be catastrophic.
The floodgates are open, sending another round of pollution and debris into Maryland waters.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Weimer in for Steve Hammond.
And I am Todd Carley. When we first reported this earlier this week, many people were concerned with floodwaters in northern Pennsylvania that could potentially make its way here to Maryland. Well, today that is a reality. For the second time in a month, millions of gallons of dirty floodwater from up north has flowed down the Susquehanna River, cresting behind the gates of the Conowingo Dam. That's where we're joined by our Midshore Bureau Chief, Amy Liu, live in Chopper 16. And Amy, the gates of the Conowingo Dam are open, unleashing more debris and pollution into the bay.
Todd, it's another blow for the Chesapeake Bay as water continues to blast through the Conowingo Dam at full force. Now, taking a look from Chopper 16, you can see just exactly what I'm talking about. At least 11 gates now are open at the Conowingo Dam. The water spewing out of here has taken on a sort of red chocolate milk color, and that's because it's mixed with a lot of red clay coming from up north in Pennsylvania. Now, one man who we spoke with today says problems in the bay are already here. The sound of a siren blared early Thursday morning, a warning before the plume of yellow-white mist rising well above the water here grew.
Well, here we go again, round 2.
Rob Newberry watched, frustrated.
Another shot right in the backside for the Chesapeake Bay.
As one gate after another opened up, pouring more than 230,000 cubic feet of water into the Susquehanna River per second.
It's bad. It's not just, I'm not just speaking on behalf of the industry here. It also has to do with, the bay itself.
Newberry says marine life will suffer as trash and debris layered atop dirty water behind the dam makes its way into the bay, seen here from Chopper 16. Further south in Port Deposit, some fishermen packed up early with more debris than fish in the water here.
Yeah, a little bit surprised. I mean, I thought, just get some clear water, hopefully some fishing done today, but guess that's not going to happen, so kind of disappointed.
Some watermen worry with hurricane season on its way, the bay is reaching its brink.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Newberry says he too can't bear to watch much longer as red takes over Maryland's blue waters. Now, back in Chopper 16, environmentalists say more should be done to stop farm pollution from getting into the bay, but Newberry actually disagrees and says something has to be done to stop the debris and dirty water that run through this dam. Now, we also reached out to the state of Pennsylvania about any ways of stopping the debris from coming down the bay, but we have not heard back from them yet. We also reached out to Exelon, and they actually got back to us right before this story aired, and they say they are talking to state and local officials to keep them updated about how the Conowingo Dam is doing. For now, reporting live here from Chopper 16 over the Conowingo Dam, Amy Liu, WBOC News, Darlington.
Amy, thanks. Chopper 16 showing fantastic images of what's going on over there.
Well, there is no question that demographics are changing all across the country, including right here on Delmarva.
And the Salisbury Fire Department is feeling those changes, especially when it comes to responding to fire and EMS calls. WBOC's Jennifer Marin joins us live from the Salisbury Fire Department headquarters. And Jen, what exactly are they dealing with?
Steve, Jackie, so essentially the problem the Salisbury Fire Department is dealing with here is a lack of volunteers. Now, it's not just any volunteers, it's particularly those that can speak both Spanish and English fluently. Now, for more details on how you can become a volunteer here at the fire department and for a full story, make sure you tune in today for the WBOC News at 6. For now, reporting live in Salisbury, Jennifer Marin, WBOC News.
Getting ready for the 42nd annual Crab and Clam Bake. I'm Kylie Winkler live in Crisfield. How seafood and politics are coming together today.
From the WBOC Newsplex in Salisbury, let's get your morning started with news from all over Delmarva.
Well, it may be a little early to be thinking about eating seafood, Jimmy. I don't know about you, but today is a big day in Somerset County. It's the 2018 J. Miller Tall's Crab and Clam Bake in Crisfield.
Not only is it an invitation to an all-you-can-eat buffet, it's also a time for local politicians to come together and shake your hand. WBOC's Kylie Winkler joins us live in Crisfield this morning. Good morning, Kylie. So there are those that call this the Super Bowl of politics in Maryland.
Good morning, Jen and Jimmy. It seems like a quiet morning right now here in Crisfield, but in about an hour or so, a lot of people will be out here preparing food and getting ready for one of the biggest events here in Crisfield, the crab and clam bake, of course. And to put things into perspective for you, about 2,500 people live in Crisfield normally. But today, the city of Crisfield will feed about double that. Nearly 5,000 people are expected to come out, and the kicker of all this is that they're going to do it in 4 hours. They're going to feed so many people so quickly, but how does one do it all? Well, here's what we're working with. 750 dozen ears of corn, 300 bushels of crabs, and 200 watermelons. A lot goes into the clam bake. Folks started setting up tents back on Thursday. For years, politicians have made the crab and clam bake a stop on the campaign trail, and with this being an election year, the stakes are high. The co-chair of the crab and clam bake told me that ticket sales are already ahead of last year's, and if you don't have your tickets and still want to come out today, you're able to purchase them at the gate for $50 for an all-you-can-eat affair. Not a bad deal if you ask me. Doors open at noon and will stay open until 4 o'clock. We'll continue to bring you coverage throughout the day here in Crisfield. Right now, reporting live in Somerset County, Kylie Winkler, WBOC News.
On the subject of our weather, a 93-year tradition, days away now. The annual Chincoteague Pony Swim set to kick off Wednesday morning, but some serious rain has the potential to switch up the plans. As WBOC's Kylie Winkler tells us, organizers say it's now in Mother Nature's hands.
As of now, with a 70% chance of rain in the forecast, things are still up in the air for the Chincoteague Pony Swim. And even though Mother Nature could bring some showers, the event will go on rain or shine. It's a staple to the community, the Pony Swim. But the threat of rain raises the question, will the event go on?
Our number one priority is going to be those ponies.
Pony Swim organizer Denise Bowden says in order to postpone it, something catastrophic would have to happen.
And what I mean by catastrophic for us, it would be like heavy storms, thunder, lightning. We may adjust our schedule, may adjust it.
Effects from the rain have already been felt in the tiny coastal town, especially at the carnival.
We got rained out Saturday night, which is it's never good for our funds.
And the pony roundup on Saturday was done in the pouring rain. But a little bad weather isn't ruining anyone's plans to watch the swim.
A lot of people come here for this week, so I think they would still go out and watch it.
I'm going to be out on the kayak as close to the horses as I can get.
Even if it rains?
Even if it rains.
And then hopefully there'll just be less people there if it rains.
I'll probably bike around, but I'm not standing in the swamp. My kids are crazy enough to do it, and they will. But I'll probably stay on the road and out of the muck.
And if it does rain, officials say be prepared for the mess. You can expect a muddy marsh.
Number one thing I tell people to bring is their patience.
Saltwater cowboys have experience with the nasty weather.
A few years ago, we had a terrible storm that came up on us out of the blue. It was not expected or anything, and nobody left. They stayed right there for the whole thing, and you know, to me, that's pony power.
And as of now, the pony swim is still scheduled Wednesday between 8 and 10 a.m. Reporting in Accomack County, Kylie Winkler, WBOC News, Chincoteague.
And with the pony swim still on schedule, WBOC is planning to bring you live coverage of the event again Wednesday between 8 and 10. We'll be live once the swim begins, live in Chincoteague. Be sure to tune in. It'll all happen on our sister station, Fox 21, as we bring you live coverage. You can also watch it streaming on the WBOC Facebook page.
Well, a lot of folks are gearing up for that time of year again. The Delaware State Fair kicks off today in Harrington.
And while the fairgrounds will, of course, feature the fried Oreos, the corn dogs, the rides we all know and love, there are elements that cater to the older crowds as well. WBOC's Kylie Winkler joins us live this morning at the fairgrounds in Harrington. Good morning, Kylie. So there's things for the adults to do that are going to attract the kids too.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Jimmy. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on today. You'll still be able to find the classics like the pony rides, the fried food, the acrobats, everything like that that you know and love about the State Fair. But the adults, I think, will find that they'll have their own fun too. A lot of big names coming to the grandstand, and if you like country music, I think you're in luck.
As families across Delmarva prepare for a new school year, a sad reality is that many local children will not be ready for school because they don't have a book bag or school supplies. And that's why WBOC is teaming up with Safford Automotive as part of our Rising Tide campaign. WBOC's Angelo Bavaro joins us now live from Safford Automotive in Salisbury, just one of the 4 locations where you can stop by today. Angelo, lots of donations coming in.
Jackie, the sun is shining. It is an absolutely beautiful day for Rising Tide, a beautiful day to get ready to head back to school. I've got my backpack on, I've got my notebook all ready to go. You can definitely say I'm in the school spirit, and folks at home are definitely in the school spirit as well. If you take a walk with me this way, I'm gonna show you just some of the stuff we have been receiving all morning long. Take a look here. We've got things like backpacks, we have got lunch boxes, we've got crayons, scissors, pencils, pens, notebooks. This is exactly the kind of stuff we are looking for, and all the stuff you see here is going to 3 great organizations and events here on Delmarva. I've got them listed right here in my handy dandy notebook. You can see we've got the Wycomico County Community Back to School event, the Boys and Girls Club of Delaware, and the Emmanuel United Church of Christ in Cambridge. Now we have set up 4 convenient locations all across the shore for you to drop off your items at. One of those is right here in Salisbury at the Safford Chrysler in Salisbury. Same location on Route 13. Again, same location, just a different name. You can also head over to the Cambridge Marketplace or either one of our offices in Dover and Milton. We will be here all day long until 7 p.m. But guys, my lunch break is over. I've got to go get back to class, so I will toss it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Angelo, thanks.
Jimmy Kim, not gonna lie, I am feeling a little nostalgic this morning. I absolutely loved going back to school shopping. I've got my backpack on. I love the smell of fresh school supplies. So yes, that might make me kind of weird, but it also makes me very excited about today's Rising Tide event. And there is a lot to be excited about. Just take a look here. We are already starting to receive donations. We have got things in here like notebooks. We have got some crayons. We've got scissors. We've got pencils. We've got some more crayons, more notebooks. We've got lunch boxes, backpacks. This is exactly the kind of stuff we are looking for. But if you take a look behind all of the items we have received already, you can still see there is a lot of empty room in here. So by the end of the day, the goal is to have this truck just overflowing with generosity and support. And of course, we're going to need your help at home to do that. So we have set up 4 convenient locations all across the shore for you guys to drop off your donations at. You can see them right here on your screen. So you can stop by the Safford Chrysler right here in Salisbury. You can also head over to the Cambridge Marketplace or either one of our offices, the WBOC offices in Dover or Milton. And we will be here all day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Guys, I do not want to get another detention. I'm going to be late for class. I got to go. I will send it back to you guys in the studio.
Now, WBOC News at 6, Delmarva's news leader.
The clock is ticking on this, the final day of the White Marlin Open. Who will bring home the big prize money tonight? Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Carley.
And I'm Steve Hammond. Welcome to WBOC News at 6. It is the final day of the world's largest billfish tournament. And after an exciting evening on the docks yesterday, the leaderboard has seen some changes.
And WBOC's Todd Carley joins us live now from Harbor Island Marina tonight. Todd, who's leading right now?
Steve and Jackie, you may not believe it. 6 o'clock is the magic hour. Guess what? Another first place white marlin fish came in. Let's show it to you right now. We actually have a tie for first. This fish came in off a boat from Mexico that you see over here to the right. There's another 83-pound white marlin on the scale. They just weighed it about 5 minutes ago, and a roar from the crowd went up. As you can imagine, anytime you get a lead fish in here, the crowd goes crazy, and we've got quite the crowd today. This is Friday, the last day of the White Marlin Open. So something about this hour brings in the lead fish. They had 2 white marlin on that boat. Again, it's out of Mexico, and the second fish they weighed exactly 83 pounds. That ties for the lead for the white marlin category. We don't know how the money breaks down. The guy from Virginia Beach yesterday who brought in an 83-pounder was standing to make $2.6 million. Well, that might be split in half or even more. We'll have to see. And of course, there's still about 3 hours left to go on the scales. They just opened at 4:30. I think this is just the second or third boat that has come in. But I can tell you there's a parade of boats about to come in because it's hard to get into Ocean City tonight. The drawbridge is up a lot as they let those boats come in from the inlet to get over here to about 14th Street. So another exciting 6 o'clock hour. We have a tie for the lead in the white marlin category. Who knows what's going to happen between now and 7 o'clock, and who knows between now and later in the night as these scales stay open as we determine champions in several different categories. We're going to update you at 7 o'clock. So What happens to these fish after they have brought in and they are weighed? Well, they get put to pretty good use. Our Caroline Coles has that story for you, and she has who might be the most famous person down here at the White Marlin Open Roast. Take it away, Caroline.
Good evening, guys. We are having a blast out here. Believe it or not, all of this fish goes back out into the community. You guys can see I'm doing some pretty cool stuff here. I am channeling my inner chef skills with the lovely Miss Rose. I'm going to have my photo talk show off Miss Rose here. Miss Rose is the lady behind all of these food donations. We're going to listen to her story.